Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Dave and Estacado here, live here with the Wrestling Wire presents the Indy Spotlight. And do we have a show for you, ladies and gentlemen? We don't know if Ron's going to be joining us this evening, but I know who will be joining us is the mastermind, the head behind Commonwealth Championship Wrestling, because they have a huge show coming to you. It's that time of the season, ladies and gentlemen. It's season's beatings, and what better way to celebrate the warmth and comfort of Christmas than an ass whooping? And the one that knows about ass whoopings, the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Mister Ace Montana. Ace, how you doing, Ace?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
I'm doing great. It's that time of year again. The sleigh bells are here. The Santa Claus is around the corner. But what about Ace Montana Claus? How are you feeling?
Oh, Santa, brother.
I'm loving. I see that you're in the Christmas spirit already. You got the tree up. You're looking iconic. You're looking like an awesome Christmas card here. That's a Christmas card.
Man, it's the most wonderful time of the season. I'll give you that for sure. It's definitely me and my family, we do real Christmas trees. I know one year I had my daughter. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do a fake tree. She was like, oh, no, we're not. We've never done that. So I did it. I've been doing real trees since they were born. So now it's like I couldn't get away with a fake one if I wanted to.
Wow. You got the tradition started. It's going to stick at this point, but that's a beautiful looking tree. For a second, I thought it was like a generated background there, a green screen. But
No, it's real. I'll touch it so people know we're not. I'm not like one of those fake people on TikTok. It's real. I mean, I can get real Christmas with it, though. I got the fireplace, the stockings, the whole damn. So I mean, you gotta.
damn, nice, very rustic. I'm loving it.
Well, I got 15 acres out here on the river, man. I'm enjoying life as it comes to me. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. Most definitely.
Yeah.
So
How's life going with you?
great, fantastic. Everyone's congratulating me. I'm now certified to take your blood. So if you need a gig, just hit me up. I got you.
I know I'm a leader, so.
Yeah, it got real. So yeah, the blood thing is now a thing. So I'm hyped for that. But the main reason why I'm hyped is the fact that you have an amazing event coming up right after the holidays. You have a big present for us. It is the Noel Knockout. Amazing name, by the way. An amazing freaking poster. Let's take a look at that poster here. See what we got. Coming up after the Christmas break. So give the gift of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Come out and enjoy Noah Knockout. It's on the 28th.
Wonderful,
Look
man.
at that.
Looks like $1 million. That guy looks like $1 million.
Yeah, that is amazing talent there. And look at that guy off to the side too. That's a good looking fella right there.
Yeah, John Washington definitely is a good looking fella. Putting myself here. Oh, Lord have mercy.
But dude, you have a stacked card. You have some amazing talent. I was there at the previous show. They burned the house down at the last show. There, these shows are just getting more and more just amazing each time. From my hearing and seeing, you should be feeling really proud of your students and the people you have coming onto this show.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everyone expected me to fail, including myself, because but I've had some pretty good support system with promoters I used to work for it. I reached out to them, asked questions, and just I don't want to be looked at. I mean, I guess I am a promoter of pro wrestling. I mean, I just got tired of doing the same shit on every show, or I was like, we got to do something different. And then no one runs Richmond, Virginia, except for my buddies Timmy Danger and Neil Sharkey. They run RVA Pro, which I've worked for them a couple times, but no one's running.
I remember that. Trust the process system.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah!
Sanctuary.
And,
Sorry, trust the sanctuary. There we go.
You get a chance to go see their shows, go check them out. Definitely. enjoy having Richmond, Virginia having wrestling again. That's the cool thing, man. That's what makes everything so cool. And I got some of the best students to break in this industry. There's a lot of them that don't cut it. You know what I'm saying? That drop out, that quit on their dreams, that basically they come in it at full steam, and in 3 months they realize that it's not going to happen overnight, and that it is a long, hard road, and you got to put your dues in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do a lot. So, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm super stoked about the shows. They keep getting better. We got a new show ring. The students are awesome because they don't have to break down the training ring no more. So we got guardrails, show ring. We bought chairs, whole bunch of stuff going to come. So it's definitely going to be even better for 2025 for sure. Okay. Well, I guess.
No, I was just trying to give you the stage. That's all. I'm still here. No, I mean, you were talking, going on. I'm like, this is a moment. Let Ace shine there for a bit.
No, yeah, man. I want you to shine. You're the boss.
So you finally got this going. It's been a long process. Tell me a little bit about the card. How did you put that together, and what was the idea behind RVA kind of doing these shows? That's a set thing now. We're going to be running how many shows a month now?
Right now we got guaranteed. Right now for 2025, I've got 13 shows guaranteed, and then another. If I can swing it with these other two places, not including festivals, I'm not counting those. We're talking about venues. I'm probably looking at between like 32, 36 shows this year. So
wow, that is a full calendar.
It's going to be something different. My goal to do this is to run. My main goal after 2025 is I run every single weekend somewhere around Richmond or the Politan area, either twice a weekend or once a weekend. That's my goal. So any week you can come watch live wrestling in Richmond.
That's beautiful. That's great. And what a great way to start things off. This is the last show of the year for them. What a way to bring it in and coming out and watching this amazing event here. So let's run down this card real quick, all right? You're starting things off really hot here. The first matchup, Run RVA versus John Washington and Mr. Frazier. Yeah, you're setting the bar high.
Well, you want to put your best foot forward, right? So, I think that it's a hard-hitting. I've never seen a tag team open a show. It's a little unorthodox, I think, but I think it should be a lot of fun. The way the kids and the people react to Run RVA, just a good group of good tag team, really solid base. They work hard. Those guys are just, they've got it. And if I can say anybody got it, they've got it. So I'm very proud of them to work hard, and the fact that they're stepping in the ring with two well-seasoned veterans in the industry of pro wrestling. They definitely have to. They got to lace them up tight that night and make sure they got everything they've learned, put it into work. Because when you step to that or through the ropes in that squared circle, it's all fun and games are all over. It's time. Business got to pick up for sure.
True, and they're in for a hell of a matchup because business is picking up with John Washington and Mr. Frazier, two amazing talents, good, hard-hitting John Washington, and don't let that physique fool you. He's a big boy, but he can move and he can fly, and Mr. Frazier, talk about speed and intensity, that guy can go. So they're going to have their stamina tested. That's going to be a great match.
Oh, yeah.
All right, match number 2. I'm liking this one. This is a slobber knocker. This is King Kong versus Godzilla. I'm loving this one. Big Ace Montana versus Braden Marshall. Somebody get the whiskey ready because this is going to be crazy.
Look, you know what? I'm not going to let it. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I don't like that son of a bitch, and he don't like me. And the
Noted.
best it is he winded up leaving me a voicemail, and it was whole bunch. I guess he was drunk, hitting that whiskey business. I got a voicemail around 2:30 in the morning about 5 days ago, and I checked it, and he was just going off and just cussing me out like a dog. And I said, "Well, let me tell you here, you son of a bitch. If you feel that way in your heart of hearts. How about this? I got a show the 28th of December. Why don't you bring your ass up from North Carolina and let me tune that guitar for you a little bit, get you back right before the new year starts, and send your ass packing." So, I love the fans, and I love the wrestling business. But one thing I don't love is a wannabe cowboy with a big mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's gonna be a fun match. He asked for it. He's gonna get it. Big Ace and Braden Marshall. That's gonna be a hell of a match. You guys are hard hitters. You guys can go. The crowd's gonna get their money's worth, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Oh, sure.
Let's see. Match number 3. We have Lucius Suede coming back. I love this kid style. Going against the one Travis Vane here, making his return. And these guys, how can I say this? Oil and water here. Different styles. That's going to be tense to watch.
Different backgrounds, man. That's what I love about professional wrestling. You got a guy like Lucius Suede who comes from, mountains of money, and you got guys like Travis Vane who are still just trying to get by. You know what I'm saying? And that's the best thing about professional wrestling is you can have some of the richest and toppest tier people face some of the most humblest, struggling people out there, but you can't count neither one of them out. They're both great athletes. They both bust their ass. They both have, done everything they need to do to develop this skill you need to have to be in this business. And I couldn't be more happier than both of them. And, like I say, to the, when people come up to me, backstage and all that stuff, and I just say, hey, look, I don't give a shit. Go out there and fight each other, and whatever happens, happens. So if you don't want to fight, it's on you.
Yeah, so, shut up or put up, right?
Go.
Right. That's how it is. All right, and then you made an interesting post video this past week that you're giving away. Correct me if I'm wrong. A belt replica, right? Like full on heavy duty metal, shiny goodness.
4mm stick. I think it weighs shy of 15 pounds. I think it's like 4.12 ounces or 14.12 ounces. It's a 4mm plate. Big gold replica belt. We're giving it away. We were going to raffle off $10 tickets. Had us come in and said, "Hey, look. I believe in this. I want to see this do some really cool things next year. What can I do?" Well, here's the number. We were at lunch. They don't want to be named until the beginning of the year, which is fine.
Okay, that's fine.
We were at lunch. I gave him a number. He said, "Yeah, that would work, but it would be better if I doubled it." And I said, "Absolutely, it would." He goes, "Well, let's double it." So they took that. So instead of me nickel and diamond the CCW fans of Commonwealth Championship Wrestling, I was like, holiday season, it's after Christmas. Why not give out something that no one ever does? I mean, this thing is like a shoot. I mean, you couldn't.
It's a beautiful belt. It is a beautiful belt.
You kidding me? That thing looks amazing. And so, you can't even. Like the fact that and I'm going to try to do this on a regular basis for our shows. But it definitely is, it's a $15 ticket to win almost $1,000 replica is crazy.
Yeah, I think I could share a picture of it, or at least a still of you holding it. Let's see.
And I ain't no rock star Kelly. I got a hell of a chest, and it's huge. You know what I'm saying?
It is. There it is. Let me show that now. Look at that. That is.
Right.
Woo! Mira que nice. Mira que nice. Beautiful, beautiful. That's the story behind that. So the rules are what? You just come in, buy a ticket, come to the show. What exactly is how are the fans going to be able to win this? Because this is the first time I ever hear anything like this before.
Right. Come in, and the ladies that when you walk in the arena, once you come in with a paid ticket, it's a raffle ticket. They're gonna tear it in one, give you one, take the other one, throw it in this big clear bubble thing. Then after that, goes in the ring. After everybody gets in and show starts, by the time we go in mission, we shoot everybody's ticket in there. Got to be present to win. They're going to draw a ticket. The thing is I'm going to pick out somebody, audience, somebody coming to do it. You know, like I said, it ain't a work. It's for real. You're going to get to win a belt if you show up and buy a ticket. You're good to go.
Damn. Well, the only way to win it is coming to the show. Beautiful gold. You seen it. You seen it. You got to come to the show to win it. All right, let's.
Promotion never doing that type of stuff. I mean,
well, nothing like that. Like, come on. Most of the time, you have to pay some pretty good money to walk around with those kind of belts, and you see a lot of people walk around with some, and they're not even great quality. That is beautiful leather, ladies and gentlemen. Genuine leather. All right. And then moving down the card here, we have the most amazing talented ladies here. Lexi Dvorak and Keely Capri going at it again here. Those ladies put on a hell of a matchup, and they're still going at it. And I believe you still have them separated here.
Yeah.
How hard is it to have these ladies not go at it every time they come in for training?
You know, the cool thing about this is I'm so proud of these two young women, you know, and because, you know, I've had probably 15 men come and go since they started a year ago. Or, you know, Alexia, I mean, you know, the crazy thing is Alexia Dvorak, she graduates on the 31st. Or no.
Congrats.
Yeah, she graduates this month, so she's done. And you know, it's you know, Keely Capri, they're just tough chicks, man. And you know, I just take pride in watching them work and do their thing because I have not held back one clothesline. I have not held back one scoop slam. I have not held back one chop. I have beat these girls like men should, you know, and that's the thing. That's the key of having women professional wrestlers is you treat them as a professional wrestler. You don't treat them as a woman. You know what I'm saying? You don't go in there and try to hurt them, but you go in there and I'm going to throw just as hard and work you just as hard as any other fucking person should in this industry. That way, when they get done with me and the school at RVA and they start hitting the road and doing what they're doing, man, they're second to none. Like, they're going to be tough as nails. They're going to be respectful. They're going to know how to work. They're going to understand the industry, and they're going to understand the good and the bad because I don't sugarcoat any of it.
And it shows those matchups every time. It's a hell of a fight. It's not even a wrestling match. It's a fight. These ladies go at it, and they go in hard, and it shows from the training to in the ring action. It is amazing. You guys are missing out.
We can't get over the cage match they did. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, right?
I mean, it's just crazy, you know, it takes a hell of a person to do this industry. It takes one hell of a woman to do this industry. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
gotta have heart.
The cool thing is, you know, they're getting other opportunities in 2025 to, you know, work other women wrestlers. And, you know, this is the best thing about this is I want them to know from me to them that, you know, don't ever worry about what someone says about you. You just keep working hard, put in the work, put the miles in, be respectful, be an asset to any promoter, and they won't. It won't be long until they're both, signing contracts and on TV with no issues.
True that. True that. You never know. Coming to these shows, you're going to see the superstars of tomorrow. This is where they all begins, is indie wrestling. So
Oh, yeah.
highly support these kind of shows and these events. Moving on to the next matchup, one of my favorites and one of the fan favorites, the OG is going to go against Hunter Blaze. That is going to be an awesome matchup. I was briefly spoke to him before we start coming on here. The fact that he's able to move and pull off the moves that he's able to at his age, and able to train and stay toe to toe with these young kids, and still have these kids blown up before even he's blown up is amazing. It is amazing.
He walked into my training school, and he said, "I want to be a professional wrestler." And I just looked at him like he had two heads, right? And I was like, "Okay, brother. This is what it costs. This is what I expect from you, and this is what I want you to do." I could not ask for a better human being in the wrestling industry than OG Trayvon. This guy worked harder than anybody his age. He works twice as hard as anybody, 25 years younger than him. He helps out.
Shows.
I mean, he does everything. He is one of the top tier guys that when I hung his boots up on the wall, I know, I knew right then and there. I was like, man, this guy's really got something special, and I'm going to do everything in my power to give him every opportunity I can. And that's, for me, the last show when we gave him, we graduated him in that ring, and he got to be surrounded by his peers, and, he got his mama to get in there and take a picture with him with that belt and that damn thing. Man, I literally had to leave the ring. You can go back and watch it on camera. I had to leave the ring and go to the back because I was in tears, and I was like, I ain't crying on camera.
It's an emotional moment for everybody. You see that sense of pride and accomplishment from your student and yourself. All that hard work has literally come to fruition in front of you. That's got to be an amazing, amazing feeling.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like every time it happens, I feel like Terminator at the end with a thumb going down in the lava. That's how I feel. It breaks my heart, but then everything's gonna be just fine.
That's awesome. That's a good way. That's a good analogy. That's a good way to put it. All right, let's see. And then the coup de grace, the main event, Steel Hammer versus Jay Sin. Big, beefy boys being brutal is what I like to call that. That is going to be a crazy match. Jay Sin, hometown favorite. I did not know this, but I actually moved to his hometown here in Stuarts Draft. You mentioned Jay Sin, people know who we're talking about. I say indie wrestling, that's the first name that comes out of the mouth is Jay Sin. Yeah. Well-known guy here in the area, and he has the fans behind him. It's I don't know. Hammer has a hell of a fight going up against Jay Sin. Whose idea was that? Did he ask for that, or?
I've known him for almost 24, 23. And, we've been working very close together. And, I was sitting in my office, going over the gimmicks and the booking sheet and all that stuff. And this young man walks in my office, and he covers up the light. And I look up, and it's still Hammer standing there. And I was like, you mind moving to the left? You a fucking refrigerator? Because the boy's big as a refrigerator and quick as a cheetah. It's crazy. I mean, it is crazy. But he said, "Hey, boss, I gotta ask you a question." I said, "What you got?" And he goes, I'm ready to prove myself. I want to wrestle Jason in a main event match." And I said, "Well, you were the first graduate of RVA Wrestling Academy, and you've been going with me for 2 years. We've wrestled on the road together, and I just looked at him and I said, if a Hunter Blaze walked in here and asked that, I would kick his Canadian ass and throw him out the front door because we all hate Hunter. That's for you, kind of thing." But I do understand that. I looked at him and I said, "Absolutely. You know what? It'll be a hell of a match." I said, "But you don't get upset if the outcome isn't what you think it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Try your hardest, get in there, fight your hardest, and when all else fails, kick out.
Huh. Okay. And I don't know, man. Like, pride is on the line. You gotta. This is gonna be his litmus test, right? This is gonna be how he proves himself.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's gonna want to give up. I think he's gonna keep going until he finally proves himself that he's able to do this. Especially against Jason, that's a hell of an opponent. Hell of an opponent.
You would have told me 20 years that I would be talking Father Time, and I would have looked at you. I ain't gonna make 20 years, brother. And now looking back at it now, it's crazy because it's I love Jason to death, but we both been there. We both see these kids get quicker and faster and bigger. And I looked at him. We were at training last night. I looked at Jason. I said, "You didn't bring your workout gear?" I had my cowboy boots on, taking bumps. I think he likes the Lions, which is no better than liking the Cowboys, I guess. That's what one guy told me. I don't watch football, but
no comment.
Yeah, but he realizes he's got to lace him up tight with that kid because he's a freight train, and if he don't have a ticket, he's definitely gonna run right through him. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, yeah. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's the card. Ace, you put in a hell of a card. This is going to be an amazing matchups here. All of them, main event quality. Every single one of them. I kind of want to get into some of the talent here. Let's see what they have to say of some of their matches. We'll get into them, see what they got to say. And
let me enjoy my Christmas cashews and my eggnog. You can put me on the back burner. Let's see how they want to get hyped and over the top to promote the show. But I appreciate
hell yeah. I appreciate you taking your time out of your Christmas cashews here to hang out with us here this evening. But I appreciate it, Ace. We'll see you back in a bit. Thank you so much. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the card. Amazing matchup. Back-to-back, 6 awesome matches. We're about to get into some of the interviews with some of these amazing talent. Starting off with Miss Alexia. Let's have her on here with us. Miss Alexia, how are you doing?
My mic was off. I'm sorry. I'm good. Thank you for inviting me on tonight.
No problem. It's an absolute pleasure and honor to have you back here. You have put on a hell of a matchups against Kelly Capri. We talked a little bit about last time. NOEL Knockout. We're back at it again. Who asked for this matchup?
I did, because I know it sounds crazy to go up against this girl again and again and again, but I really have something to prove to the fans and to myself that I can put on a good fight, and I don't want to let anybody down.
Okay. You put on an amazing match. That steel cage match was rough. You guys went at it. What do you think is going to be the difference here this time around?
Well, with the holidays and all, it really puts you in a better spirit, right? Everybody's just going to be in a good mood, and I want to, be there for them.
That's awesome. What, are you saying that Keely is like the Grinch? She's going to come in and sour the holiday mood? Is that what you're saying?
You never know, right? I mean,
yeah.
This girl, she has a bad attitude.
Bad attitude. Well, some say that might be the reason why she keeps coming back. Is just like you're too happy, you're too nice, and she's trying to bring you down. Do you think the fans agree with that or disagree? Do you think they're behind you 100% on this?
Yeah, my fans are definitely there for me. Anytime, whether I win, whether I lose, they're always showing me support, and I really appreciate that.
That's awesome. Anything you want to say to the fans or Keely again? If she's watching, she's probably watching. You know she is. Any words to the fans? And Keely.
Fans. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. My fans, thank you. I'm always going to be America's sweetheart. Thank you for supporting me and being there for me. And to Keely Capri, I may be America's sweetheart, but I can also turn sour. So watch out.
What have you been doing throughout this time since the last match to prepare for this? Have you changed your routine? How have you been preparing mentally Because like you said, this is the Christmas holiday. You're gonna bring some of that holly cheer, holiday cheer to this matchup and to the show.
Well, I definitely have some new festive gear that I'm going to be wearing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I've definitely been training more. I went into training early yesterday and you can definitely feel it, right? I'm so sore today, but it's worth it in the end.
Awesome. Well, Alexia, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on here. Any last words before I let you go? Bring on the next guest.
No, just show up to NOEL Knockout. It's going to be great.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There we have it. Miss Alexia Dvorak. Look, like I'm saying, these ladies have been going at it back and forth. Fourth matchup here is going to be crazy. You don't want to miss it out. NOEL Knockout, 28th here in Richmond, Virginia. Let's moving on. I am so excited to have this guest on here with us. We missed him the last time, but I'm glad he's coming on here with us. You heard Ace talking about him. He's so proud of this guy. He just graduated here and able to kind of stand toe to toe with the young bucks here. The one and only, the OG Trey Bourne. Welcome. You may have to unmute yourself.
I wasn't saying anything then anyway. It was I was letting you do you. 2 up, 2 down. We repping all day. VA, what's up?
Welcome, Trey Bourne. Dude, every time you come into that ring, it is a amazing show. Every time you come out here, the fans are behind you. I feel the energy come off of you. What are you doing to have all that energy and still going even before and after your matchups? There's no slowing you down.
Listen. First and foremost, thank you for having me on, man. It's an honor, man. Gotta pay respect, yo. But listen, like I know, it's a switch. It's a switch. It turns on, and when it's on, you forget about it. There's no numbers. There's no age. There's only will, determination, fire, anger. You know what I mean? It comes to life for me at least. Mm-hmm. When I step into training, especially when I get in the ring. So it's really about giving the fans the best fight that I got to let them know, yeah, the OG is going to hold it down for you. And that's a shot to all my OGs. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of us out here.
What do you think separates you from your opponent here, Hunter Blaze?
See, here's the thing. That's going to be the thing. I ain't forgot. He got away from me. Colonial Beach. Yeah. He got away from me. And I think this is going to be that time that I let him know. Put him on, like, show for the world to see that OG is the one, and OG is going to hold it down. I'm never going to not bring the fight. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. You say he got away from you. What do you think happened the last time? What was the slip up there?
I can honestly say Hunter Blaze he's a phenomenal wrestler. I give him that. He knows what he's doing in there. So much to the point where I feel like getting in the ring with Hunter Blaze is a chess match. So any move you make could be a good move, or one move too short, or one, that could cost you. And I feel like that's what happened to me in Colonial Beach. It was 2 great chess players doing their thing while I was still green, and I still am green, because though I graduated, and how can I not pay respect to my teacher, my OG, Ace Montana, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So for that, man, I love you, brother. You already know that. So I preach it to the choir. But yeah, I think then that time, Hunter, he's always on his game, and I try to be on my game. So I just have to say it was just a slip. It was a slip. That's all I can call it. A slip on my part. I got overzealous. Got too caught in the moment. This time we go in, we go in with a plan. You feel me? I
I hear you.
know kind of what to expect. I've been watching. I don't build with him. I don't talk with him. You know, nobody likes him. Canada sucks. I mean, I can't say Canada sucks. I can say he sucks
I was about
because
to.
I got respect for some great Canada athletes out here that put in the work. So yeah, Hunter sucks.
Well, I was gonna say any words for Hunter, but I think that's it. That pretty much just sums
He
it up
heard me.
right there.
He should
You
be
heard.
paying attention right now because he knows coming. You feel me? He knows coming.
I feel you. Well, OG, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time for coming on here.
Yo,
Any last words to the fans before I let you go?
just listen. I see you there. We love y'all, man. We love the continued support. CC Dub ain't doing nothing but going to the moon and beyond, baby. So I want y'all to continue to be on that ride with us. Cause listen, it's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. Be a
Any,
part of that. Love y'all, man.
it's a
Continue
moment.
to support. And for the ones who are supporting, tell a friend to tell a friend. Cause once you put them on, they'll thank you. CC Dub, baby, for life. Let's get it.
Thank you, OG. I'm loving his energy. I'm loving the positivity. And not only that, you could hear the passion, right? This guy gets it. And I think that's what's going to give him the edge here is that passion, that mindset of an OG, and only a true OG can bring that to the ring. All right, he's been fuming back here. He's been waiting to get on here. He has not been happy about what Aces wants to say. I'm going to get him on here before he ruins the and sends me messages and angry voicemails. Ladies and gentlemen, one half of Whiskey Business, the man himself, Braden Marshall. Welcome to the show.
David, how you doing, man?
A little nervous, not gonna lie. I see you fuming back there, and I'm sorry for the wait. I hope you had something to kind of help you out there, a little nip there. I thought so.
In fact, this is Elvis's midnight snack. All right, that's a peanut butter banana bacon whiskey.
Get out of here! I just made my own earlier.
Matter of fact, I'll bring you some next time I see you.
I appreciate that. I just had a peanut butter whiskey. I put a couple of blueberries and made myself a little peanut butter jelly that way. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pick that up.
Yeah, this is crazy because it's all in one, and it really layers, right? You take a sip, you hit that peanut butter first, you get a little bit of that banana, and about 5 to 10 seconds later, you get that bacon in the back of the mouth.
That is beautiful.
The way it's layered is real nice. It's the only the official drink of those willing to take care of business.
I like that. It was speaking of flavors. I hear this and I quote: Ace Montana talks too much shit about to punch the flavors out of his mouth. Something to that effect. I didn't. That's maybe misquoting or I'm paraphrasing here. You're gonna slap the flavors out of his mouth. That's what I heard.
Listen, Ace. Look, I'm not gonna air the man's dirty laundry. All right, I said my piece when I called him, but I'll say, David, you don't even have to respond to it. But you've been there. You've been in the locker room, and you know how Ace handles business, right? You know the way that he operates. You know the way that he does things, and that just don't fly with me. Okay. So Ace Montana refers to himself as the last real cowboy in professional wrestling, right? The last of a dying breed. And I'll say this. He's probably right. Ace Montana is the last of a dying breed. The last of these bullshit carny promoters trying to convince 20-somethings to sip the Kool-Aid. On December 28th, I plan to make that breed extinct.
So what you're saying, you're taking him out to his last cattle drive, is what you're saying?
So it's time that he rides off into the sunset once and for all.
Did you ask for this matchup?
I did. Well, I mean, look, it's Ace, right? So we got to make $1. So what happened is I told Ace Montana my issues. And I told Ace Montana that I was coming to Richmond to punch him in the damn mouth. So Ace Montana, in typical promoter fashion, made a match. Challenged me to a match. Look, it doesn't matter. It can be in the ring. It can be in his backyard. I'll get my hands on Ace.
I feel the tension, and I'm excited for this one. This is the one that I feel is going to be the ones the fans will be talking about. I've seen your matches. I've seen Ace's matches. You guys are going to be two big bulls locking horns in here. What do you think is going to give you the ace on Ace?
Listen, Ace is he's got his attention split, right? Ace is out here pretending to be Mr. Good Guy, the trainer, the father, the businessman, the wrestler, the promoter. Ace, he's got his attention split, right? And as you know, if you do two things, they're both going to suffer. If you do five things, they're all going to suffer. Ace, I only do one thing, and that's whip ass.
Ooh, you know what? Hold on 1 second. Ace, are you hearing this?
Yeah. Okay.
How do you feel about? He's ready to whoop some ass, Ace. How do you
Ace,
feel
how
about
those nuts taste?
Man, they're not as good as your wives that she fed me. But I'll tell you, the cool thing is, you might want to bring that lazy tag partner with you to help you carry your ass back to that truck after this match. You know, I got a lot of things on my plate, you know, but the one thing that is irrelevant, the one thing that I look forward to more than anything is when I get to stand in that squared circle. You understand what I'm saying? And that bell rings. You can call me Carney Promoter. You can call me whatever you can call me, son of a bitch. Hell, you can even call me late for dinner that night if you want to. But when the bell rings, Dad, when I look across that ring and I get to see someone on the other side of it and I get to put them boots on, there's nothing better than making a grown man cry.
You know, you're right, Ace. It's going to be real special, right? When you stand in that ring, when you look across the ring at me, it's going to be real special because it might be the last damn time you get a chance to do it. It might be the last time you get a chance to stand in that ring.
Listen, Daddy-O, there's been bigger and badder men say it to me for many of years. So I pray to God you're the one. Yeah, I pray to God you're the guy that puts the nail in the coffin. I can ride off. Hell, bury me. Don't even let me ride off in the sunset. Bury me. Put me under the ground. I don't care. But you better be one hell of a man to do it, Jack. I'm going to tell you this in front of my students, God and everybody. I'm going to knock your goddamn teeth down your throat. And the best thing is when you throw a straw through it at the bar, you can sip the whiskey through it. Sound like a chip? But I tell you what, how about this? We get off on the wrong foot. You know, it's always going to be a man's world, if you will, in professional wrestling. But I tell you what, if we both can stand up at the end of it, I'll buy you a shot. But I can't. I can't say that I won't try to hit you in the mouth again if you're standing.
I'd expect nothing less.
Well,
oof, I got the tingles.
Hot Rod.
Ace, I'll drink to that. I'll see you on the 28th.
I hope you do.
One of us is leaving with less teeth. I can guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll drink to that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Braden Marshall, Ace Montana. Braden, thank you so much for your time. Any last words to the fans before I let you go?
Listen, I hope you come out. I hope you all come out to Richmond. Ace, I hope your family's there. I hope your friends are there. I hope your students are there. I hope everyone gets to see you get your ass beat. It's been a long time coming.
Wow. He means business, Ace. He means business. That's going to be the hit right there.
Hey, you know what? I just try to bring the best pro wrestling to Richmond, Virginia. And why not? You know, why not get a drunk cowboy that leaves you a voicemail that wants to want to fight you? Why not make $1 doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Why not? I think it's going to be an awesome matchup. He asked for it. The fans are going to be asking for it. I got one more guest on here, and I'll go down my predictions. Ace, I'll see you back in a bit.
Thank you, sir.
And speaking of things that hit hard, this guy hits hard and is as his opponent said, a refrigerator of a big guy. Well, Ace, anyways, calls him a fridge. But he can move. And he has a hell of a bunch of strength behind him. Ladies and gentlemen, Steel Hammer. Steel, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
That was intense. That got a little. I got tingles on that
Got a
one.
little heated.
Yeah, a little bit. But I hear behind the scenes, and Ace mentioned here, things are a little heated between you and your opponent. You asked for this. What are your thoughts?
You know, I was told in wrestling, you got to challenge yourself. Once you start feeling a little comfortable, go ahead and make yourself uncomfortable. And what better way to do it than a man that has done everything? In my position, I wish I could be where he's at. He's done everything. He's been on TV. He's performed in front of thousands of people. Now it's my turn to take his spotlight because he's been hoarding it for a little bit too long.
You think so? I mean, but this guy's a vet. And like you even said, he has so many accomplishments up and down the Virginia line, Carolinas, and beyond. Been on TV. What in the right mind thinks that you have an edge on Jason?
Well, see, I've watched him. I'm no stranger to Sin. Had conversations with him, try to pick his brain as much as I can, and I have the utmost respect for him. But he's in my company now. He's at the top where I want to be the top of. So whether it's Jason, whether it's a last real cowboy like Ace Montana, Braden Marshall, whoever it is, I promise one thing. I promise to make my mama proud and make my whole family proud.
So this is like a litmus test for you. This is like your final. This, if I'm going to make it, this is the guy who's going to prove it to me in that ring.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's a big dude. He's a challenge.
How are you preparing for this? You go into training. You're drinking your vitamins and saying your prayers. What have you been doing to prepare yourself mentally and physically for this matchup?
There was a part of me that when going up to Ace saying, hey, can you give me this match? It was a test. See, I've wrestled people like Tito Orich. I've wanted to step in the ring with Ace Montana. He doesn't want to do it just yet. I'll try and find a way there with Ace. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And I'm a big dude myself. I don't want to fall. But why not knock other people down?
All right. I gotta say, I've been seeing your matchups, and you're a big guy. You're like what, 6'something", 6'2", 6'3"?
Yes, sir.
And the fact that you're able to move the way that you do, it's very deceptive. And your hits come out of nowhere. So I'm excited to see how Jason is going to be countering this. But I mean, you're just getting another big opponent to him. Like, he's done probably just as big as bigger. So I'm excited to see what he has plans for you. But you know, Sin, he's going to come in there. He means business. It's going to be a brawl. It's going to be a fight. Are you prepared for that?
If I got to give any advice to a man that has given me as much advice as I've asked him for, Sin, there's one rule I was taught in professional wrestling, and that is keep your eye on the ball. Make sure you're paying attention to me, because if you don't, it just takes this little bit of a slip up for a rookie like me to catch you lacking.
Well, there you have it, Steel Hammer. Any last words you want to give out to the fans, and any last things you want to let Jason know before you meet him up this weekend?
This is a big show. It's the end of the year. I understand it's 3 days after Christmas, but if If you have the money to buy a ticket, if your family wants to come out, if you want a nice Christmas gift, come watch the best professional wrestling with the best men, the best women. Also, I'm a little bit of a fan of Keely Capri, so I'm kind of hoping she gets a W that night. But if you have the money for it and you have the time, come watch great professional wrestling and come watch me put Sin on his ass.
Well, wow, that's some big words there, Steele. I hope you're ready for that fight. He's not going to make it easy.
With respect.
With respect. I think that went out the window. I think he's coming in. The heat's coming, Steele.
Hey,
well, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate you coming out here and doing this with us. And I can't wait to see you at the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 6 amazing matches. That is just some of the talent that's going to be there. Ace Montana has put this card together. And he's in for a fight as well. So let's go down this real quick. Match number 1, starting things off on a high note already. Tag team action. Run RVA versus John Washington and Mr. Frazier. This is going to be a hard one. They both have the speed and technique on both sides, but I feel like Run RVA may have the advantage here as they have been more of a cohesive unit here. They may walk away with the W. It's going to be a hell of an upset against John Washington and Mr. Fraser, but it ain't going to be easy. But I'm going to say Run RVA is going to take this one. Match number 2. I think the fans win. I can't decide. These two guys are crazy bulls. And all I know is that this is going to end up in the fans. Somebody's going to spill a beer. Somebody's going to probably get hit in the head with a bottle of whiskey, guaranteed. I can't decide between this one. These guys are just crazy ass bulls. This is gonna be a hell of a match. The fans win this one. That's all I can say. Match number 3: Travis Vane versus Lucius Suede. Look, I said it earlier. Oil and water, 2 different sides of maybe the same coin here. It's gonna be an interesting matchup as they both have a technique here going for them, that speed. But I think it's kind of gonna come down who's gonna keep their cool. Who's going to be able to have a game plan and execute that game plan? I think my money is going to be on Lucius Suede on this one. Coming up next, Lexi versus Keely going back and forth. I don't know. I think might be champ advantage here. I think Keely Capri may still be holding on to that belt. We'll see what happens. But the only way you're going to find out is coming to the event on the 28th. Then we have the 5th matchup, the OG versus Hunter Blaze. The OG admitted that he let it slip last time. You heard the passion in his voice. You heard that he's been training for this and getting ready for it. I think the OG is ready to send a statement to the young Hunter Blaze here and showing him how a real OG handles business in the ring. My money's on OG. And then the main event, Steel Hammer coming in saying that he's ready. And he's ready to make his family proud, to make Mama Hammer proud. But he's going against Jay Sin, a vet in the business. Look, I'm going to have to give it to experience. Jason, he's going to walk here with the W, but it's going to be a hell of a fight because Steel Hammer is a big boy. It's going to be some beefy boys being brutal in that ring. Those are my predictions. Leave your comments here. Tell me who you think is going to win. We already have Scott Larson from #Truth coming on. Braden Marshall, the toughest cowboy east of the Mississippi. True that. And then saying, Braden, remember, murder is against the law. Yeah. These two guys might end up killing each other in the ring, but it's going to be a hell of a way to go out in a wrestling ring. And the only way you're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to walk away with the dubs that weekend is coming out to the show December 28th at the American Legion Post in Richmond, Virginia. Tickets are still on sale. If you want to get tickets, now's your chance. Scan that QR code that's on the screen there right now to get your tickets. Or better yet, if you want to and you want to do the site instead, then guess what? The link is going to be in the description below. Let me run that down. The banner, boom, look at that. Mira que nice. Look at that. Scrolling across the screen right there. Get your tickets here. I do you even want better. Comments. If you're watching on the social medias, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the Facebook, you're on the Instagram, you're on the Twitter, you're on the Twitch, you're on the everything else and beyond, there's a link. I'll put it in the comments. Click the link. Tickets are available. tell them David sent you, and put in hashtag Wrestling Wire, hashtag David, to let them know that you got your tickets here from the Wrestling Wire. If you're not there that weekend, you're missing out. It's Christmas. Give the gift of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you have it. That's the show. You know what? I'm gonna get our host here, our co-host for the evening, to come on here, see if he has any last words for y'all to come out. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Ace Montana, welcome back, sir. Anything else you want to say before we close things out here this evening?
I just want to say thank you to you. I don't think people know how it means to, the guys in the business have guys like you who are willing to give us a platform to support the show. So on behalf of me and the rest of the guys, we want to say thank you so much to you. And we hope you have a Merry Christmas. I know you and the missus just moved to a new place and, have a whole, outside of wrestling life going on. But we just want to say thank you for helping us and have a platform. We're very humbled and we appreciate you more than you even know. You know what I'm saying? And as our relationship grows, you'll see the kind of, camaraderie and family we have around here that I think is second to none in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I want to do some amazing stuff in wrestling in Richmond, Virginia. I don't care what other promotions are doing. Okay. I don't give a shit. I hope they all have success and I hope they love and do what they're doing. I'm focused on what I want to do and what I'm trying to do. And, I think that's the main key. Once you start trying to wander and see what other people are doing, then I heard this quote. What did they say? That comparison is the thief of joy. I never want to compare my shows to anyone else because I want it to be. I want every show to be different. I want to put on an experience that if you only come to one, you've got something out of life. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. In respect to that, because everybody say different flavors of ice cream.
Oh yeah.
And it's amazing what you're doing in Richmond, Virginia. It's amazing what you're doing with the students that you have and the fact that it's growing the way it is. Congrats and thank you. Thank you so much for those kind words. That's what the Wrestling Wire is all about, is we try to put the spotlight on indie wrestling and on the talent that deserve it. And you're just one of the awesome talents that are coming out of the Virginias. And I appreciate you taking your time coming on here.
Thanks, brother. Have a great night. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'll see you before the New Year, but Merry Christmas. And before we go, what do you want for Christmas?
Winning lottery tickets. Honestly, winning lottery tickets. There's a lot of people that I want to get back to that who helped me be where I am today. And honestly, that's what I want. I want to get back to everybody who has helped me be here, not just in wrestling, but in life in general. And that would be an amazing blessing. Too much that I've had people help me out, lend me a hand. Now it's my turn to lend a hand and give back to everybody who I feel kind of lend a hand in being David where he is today.
Oh yeah, that's great, man. That's great.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us, Ace. Thank you for watching at home. Again, this is the Wrestling Wire, the Indie Spotlight, hitting down the Commonwealth Championship Wrestling and RVA Wrestling Academy and Ace Month. And again, last time we put that poster up, that awesome poster, ladies and gentlemen, NOEL Knockout, December 28th. Be there. Get your tickets. If not, you're missing out on an incredible event. Until then, if we don't see you in the new year, we don't see you next week, then you know where you'll be able to see us. You'll be able to see us at the Indies. Deuces.